has changed from when y'all played them on your side and on their side?
I think we're a lot healthier. I do think we have a better understanding of each other, and I think we're confident at this time.
Don, how much did the weekend in Charlotte help the confidence level? Just getting things back to the way you like to see.
I think it was a great boost. I think sometimes you work hard at something and it doesn't pan out the way you envision, especially from a player standpoint, and then you lose trust. But I thought the things that we worked on between our SEC tournament and the time that we suited up to play, I thought it had a huge impact on the game and our psyche and our confidence.
You mentioned the health. Are you talking about mostly about Alexis from the last time when you guys played Baylor? And if so, how important is she going to be this time?
Yeah, I mean, Alexis was banged up. Bianca Cuevas-Moore was banged up. They played key pieces to our success throughout the season, and they are, as healthy as they can be at this point. So, yes, we need Alexis to show up and play and be that enforcer inside. We need Bianca Cuevas-Moore to be impactful on both sides of the ball, knocking down shots and playing underneath people and pressuring. So, we're at full tilt, and hopefully we can give a good show.
How do you take their height out of the game with Brown and Cox?
I'm hoping we take it out with speed. I do think we have, we can get up and down the floor. So hopefully, what we give up in height and girth, we can more than make up for it in speed. That's the plan as of right now.
Don, you mentioned a couple of areas by being healthy that'll put you in a better position. But what is the key area that you're going to have to do better this time around against Baylor?
I don't think there's one key. We could say rebounding, but they shoot it at 50% or very near there. There won't be a whole lot of rebounds in the game. I think we just need to play fast. I think we need to play our style of play. I think the last time we played them, we tried to pack it in the play zone. We're not going to play that. We're going to play the style of defense that we've been playing over the past couple of weeks and just try to disrupt and hopefully we won't have to bear the brunt of playing their half-court defense for 25, 30 seconds, and that's hard on the defense.
How important is it going to be to stay with them early on in this game and get off to a fast start?
Well, you got to keep it close. In order for you to have a shot. So you got to keep it close early. You got to keep it close throughout the 40-minute period and just put them in a position where they rarely have seen this season just by keeping it close. And it's anybody's game at that point.
I believe you talked before the last trip to Greensboro in 15. You mentioned the bus ride on the way back. That
yes.
You'll never forget it. What
I will
was
never
so special
forget
about
it.
that bus ride?
It was our first time, heading into a Final Four. In the history of our program, and in the history of my coaching career and our staff's coaching career. So, it was just unbelievable. I think it's a surreal moment in which, you keep pinching yourself or you keep asking the person that's next to you, is it really happening? Are we still preparing for the third weekend in the NCAA tournament? So, it's a great feeling.
Was that a case like you guys were taking turns passing around the trophy? Singing, dancing, what all was going on?
It was just really loud on the bus. I don't think anybody, usually, after a game, whether we win or lose, there's a lot of silence because everybody's sleeping and napping, especially on the back of the bus. But it was just a large party bus coming back here, and then the fan reception when we got here was tremendous.
What do you remember the most about those two games in Greensboro last time? Outside of the wins, obviously, was there one play or one moment that sticks out?
Probably the biggest moment is when Olivia Gaines hit a corner three, in which hit every part of the backboard and rim and fell in. And that's when you kind of know, that the momentum's shifting. So that's always a key one that sticks out in my mind.
Don, you talked about their psyche and the boost of confidence they got. Are there plenty of people on your team with the knowledge that, hey, we've won things like this before, and that can bring it into this weekend up in Greensboro?
I think there are enough of them. Are there they haven't brought it up around us. But I think you have to have a level of confidence, even though you lost by 25. And I think our players are there. We've had pretty good energized, focused practices the last 2 days, and we got 2 more days to prep. And I think we just need to keep them in that state of mind. No one's got us winning the game, so I think we can run around and play a little bit loose. But if we can stick around, I truly believe that we can. It's anybody's game at that point.
Coach, after the last game, some of the players talked about coming into this year maybe wanting to prove a little bit because people thought without Asia you guys might not be able to maintain that success. Do you kind of sense that, and is it continuing through this game?
Yeah. I don't think people had us going as far as we are. People think we were going to be, no matter how much people said we were the second best team in the SEC, no one really thought that. I think they just go off by past success. So we will play the underdog role as we played all season long. And, I'm just hoping that we continue to play our best basketball, whatever that looks like. Just keep winning. It doesn't even matter what it looks like. If you just keep winning and you stay confident, anything can happen in March.
And then McDonald's All-American game tonight. You hoping to see anything from your players? And also, how is Letitia doing?
McDonald's All-American, they're enjoying themselves. They're having a great time. I got video of them. We got pictures of them and their families. We're going to do a watch party at Wild Wings tonight, just to introduce them to our fans, and hopefully they'll put on a good show. They are certainly happy that they get a chance to play with each other. So they're building some chemistry as we speak.
Don, I don't know if you heard, but the word out in Knoxville is that Holly's been let go.
Mm-hmm.
Your reaction to that? I mean, I know you coached against her and knew her for quite some time.
Mm-hmm. Holly's a friend. I text with Holly a lot throughout the years, and it's a sad affair. One is that someone loses their job, a woman loses their job. 2, the legacy of Pat Summitt is still there, but is gone. The person that has been the most instrumental in helping her build that program is Holly, and it's sad to see her go. But at the same time, Holly's a strong woman. If she felt like the direction needed to go in a different place, I don't think she. I do think she fought it, a little bit, but I think, when it's time to let somebody have it, she's going to do what's best for Tennessee.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask you one thing, Coach. You talked about the pace is so important to you guys. I'm just curious how Destiny has improved. And I know she started the 2 games in Charlotte. How has she improved, and are you happy with where she's at right now, being a freshman point guard?
I trust Destiny. She's a player in which, she's a coach's dream, and that, she's just soaking in all the information. There's not one time, and I could raise my voice, I could be intense with her, that she batted an eye. She just takes it all in, and that's why you're able to see her perform in these situations at the biggest stage of our season.